Hi, well, here's another brief update of my carnivore journey. We are on the 7th of February 2026. Started this on the 1st of January, give or take. I think it was a couple of days before because I just consumed that much over Christmas. I thought enough is enough. But what I want to talk about today is really just, it's going to be a short video. It's just about foods and substances that you find in them, in what can be innocent. So because I'm doing a keto carnivore diet, I'm generally eating a lot of meat product. So going out and buying joints of meat and everything, it's very expensive at the minute in the UK. You know, you're paying for a joint of beef, a good sized joint, you know, you're into 20, 30 quid, whatever it can be. It just seems really expensive to what it used to be. So sometimes you might get tempted to buy some cooked meats, etc., just as a quick fix. But you've got to be careful because not all is what it seems. You've got to really drill into these packets. So I've got just an everyday packet of sliced ham here. I'm going to have to put my glasses on now. And it amazed me because I've never really looked into this till I started doing this diet. So you look at the ingredients. For me, I know it's got some breadcrumbs around the outside. So I'm thinking, yeah, there's going to be some carbs in there. Of which there is. I mean, it's very minimal on carbs. So carbohydrate per 20 gram slice is 0.2 grams. So I'm trying to keep my carbs below 30 grams a day. So that reads good. You're like, okay, I can have a couple of those slices, no problem. But then you look at the actual ingredients. I thought, well, it's just going to be ham. I expect a little bit of water in there because I try and big the weight up a little bit. But let's go through it. So ingredients is pork. Goes without saying, mineral sea salt, gluten-free breadcrumbs, rice flour, corn flour, rapeseed oil, salt, curcumin, paprika, brown sugar, potassium triphosphate, sodium triphosphate, tetrapotassium, diphosphate, pork gelatin, antioxidant sodium, ascorbate, sodium nitrate and salt, and then it's made using British pork. Well, that's fantastic. But then I'm thinking, what is triphosphate? So I've had a little Google on triphosphate. It's used in detergents basically, and it's a little bit of a preservative, but it does say, you know, in small doses you're all right, but then it can cause heart conditions, it can cause kidney issues, so on and so on. We're putting this in food because it preserves it on the short term. But I think long-term consumption of this type of stuff, these chemicals, which aren't your body's not designed to deal with these on a regular basis. Just on Google, triphosphate dangers, you know, kidney damage, heart conditions, bone weakness, cardiovascular mortality, and they're just to name a few. Obviously, you'd have to eat probably quite a bit of it, but if you're on a carnivore meat diet, and you're consuming lots of meat, and you were doing it like this was reduced. Obviously, everybody loves a yellow label, but you know, for £1.30, you're getting a pack of ham. You might think, well, for a lunchtime snack, that'd sort me out. But if you're doing it day in, day out, and ingesting those chemicals, it makes you wonder when you see all the cancer rates, heart issues in the UK rising exponentially. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm morbidly obese, so that's not triphosphate that's made me that way. That's drinking too much and eating the wrong foods, you know, wanting to fill up on carbs to soak up the alcohol that I've probably been consuming. If it's the first time you've seen me doing a video, then you won't know that I started my journey in January at 313 pounds, morbidly obese, 5'7", 56 years old. And I generally had a feeling of do or die. You've got to sort this out, or this might be your last year on earth. I've got 3 fantastic children, I've got grandchildren, I've got another grandchild on the way. So I want to sort my life out and move it on. So these videos that I'm making, thank you for anybody who's watched it. There was 40 views on the last one, which blows my mind, it really does. Scary, but you're keeping me on it, so I really appreciate the likes and the views, because you're making me feel that I've got to continue, or so I'm going to be letting my imaginary friends down. It's strange. I still can't understand why I'm talking to my phone like I do. But this week, in terms of food, so I've been eating meat-based diet. I had a break last weekend for a birthday, which was a planned break. It made me feel awful, the food that I'd eaten, which were mainly chocolate and cake and just the stuff that I normally had. I wouldn't think twice of having, sorry. And certainly do think twice about it now, because I can feel the difference. I've lost a little bit more weight, so I'm down another few pounds this week, which I'm really, really happy with. So I'm weighing in currently now at 19 stones, 10 pounds, from a starting point of 22. I called it 22.4, but I was looking at the scales wrong, so I was looking at 22, and I was looking at a halfway mark being 5. I don't know why I did that, it's just a bit daft, but that's 7 pounds, so I was 22.5 stone when I started this journey, all but about 22 stone 6 pounds. I'm now 19 stone 10 in what is now a month and a week. So carnivore diet does work. My blood pressure is normalised, my aches and pains in the morning have gone. I'm starting to feel more energy. It's making a huge difference to my life. If anybody else is thinking of trying this diet and wants to join me in my journey, please reach out. I'd love to hear your current situation, and then we can look at these progressions together. Like I say, this video keeps my feet to the fire. If you've watched this, I'm going to cut it off now, but thank you very much, really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, it really does spur me on and encourage me. Thank you very much for watching.